morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Greg Perini. I'm the Training Bureau Commander. On behalf of Chief Elaine Bryant and members of the Columbus Division of Police, I welcome you to the graduation of the 140th recruit class. Okay. Please stand. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'd like Division Chaplain Pastor Eric Kuhn to give our invocation.
Good morning. Let's have a word of prayer. It is a great day today, Heavenly Father. We are so glad and delighted today to see the graduation of this class. What a blessing. They have gone through the challenges. They have learned much. They have acquired knowledge that will help them as police officers. Their families have supported them, encouraged them. They have gone through the trial of what it means to be a police officer. And we are thankful that this day has arrived as they get prepared to serve our community. It's a blessing, Lord, not only for these young officers and their families, but it's a blessing for our community to have more police officers to protect and to serve. And so we're very grateful for that. We ask now as we listen and as we rejoice in what has transpired over the many weeks, and as we rejoice with them, and as we support them, we pray now that this morning will be a memorable morning, and as we are encouraged even by the speakers who share with us. And so we thank you for all that you have done, and we ask this in the name of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Amen.
Class, seats. You can sit down. Thank you. I won't order you the same way. Please sit down. They have to listen to me, I guess, right, for a few more minutes. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate everyone being here. I'd like to take a minute here at the top to recognize some of the distinguished guests on stage to help celebrate this graduation. Please hold your applause till all the names are read. Thank you to Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther, City Council President Shannon Hardin, Columbus Public Safety Director Kate Pisciotti, Chief of Police Elaine Bryant, First Assistant Chief of Police LaShawna Potts, Assistant Chief of Police Gregory Bodker, Gahanna Police Chief Jeff Spence, and FOP Vice President Brian Steele. Thank you all for joining us this morning. The basic training staff members who were responsible for the training and guidance of these new officers over the last 31 weeks are Lieutenant Mark Dopp, Sergeant Rich Weiner, Officer Jack Adkins, Officer Chad Dunham, Officer Samantha Edwards, Officer Dave Freetag, Officer Jason Law, Officer Lindsay Lee, Officer Tim McClellan, Officer Matt Ryan, and Officer Brad Wanamaker. On Monday, September 19th, 2022, Lieutenant Dopp took charge of the 140th recruit class. Lieutenant Dopp, report.
Sir, 48 members of the 140th recruit class started. Today, 32 members remain. All 32 members have satisfied the state requirements and attended 1,240 hours. These 32 members are ready to serve the City of Columbus and the City of Gahanna. Sir.
Well done, Lieutenant. I'd like to thank the staff for all their hard work, their determined spirit, and their never-ending drive with this recruit class and to the Training Bureau overall. Thank you. Each recruit class elects class officers. The officers for the 140th class are seated up front. Your President, Bailey Johnson, your Vice President, Colby Scott, your Treasurer, Jorge Castillo, your Secretary, Danielle Rodriguez, and your orator, Jacob Murphy. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, your President, Bailey Johnson, will recite the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
Good morning. As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all and will behave in a manner which does not bring discredit to me or my agency. I will maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed, in both my personal and official life, I will be exemplary in obeying the law and regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature or that is confided to me in my official life will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. I will never engage in acts of bribery, nor will I condone such acts by other police officers. I will cooperate with all legally authorized agencies and their representatives in the pursuit of justice. I know that I alone am responsible for my own standard of professional performance and will take every opportunity to enhance and improve my level of knowledge and competence. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
Thank you. I'd now like to welcome Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning. It is a great morning here in the city of Columbus. What a great way for us to celebrate these outstanding public servants who have answered the call to serve and protect everyone in our community. I want to thank our chief, our entire division of police, Director Pichotti, the Department of Public Safety, Council President Hardin, and Columbus City Council, of course, our graduates and then family and friends of the graduating class. Each of you stepped forward at a time when leadership and integrity have never been more essential to the safety and well-being of our neighborhoods. The City of Columbus has shown an unprecedented commitment to change and reform, but making significant investments in our safety forces. We have put in place more reforms than ever before in the city's history, while making historic investments in additional classes. We're proud of the fact by the end of next year we will have more police officers on the street than at any time in our city's history. And we're also policing differently. Under the leadership of Chief Bryant and our partners in the community, really taking a comprehensive approach, prevention, intervention, but a critical component is also enforcement. And so we are so excited to have these new officers serving our community. We believe that we should invest in our officers, not just in a world-class training academy, but we are making a commitment to you as family members to do everything in our power to make sure they're coming home to you safe as well. We're proud of the fact that we have a wellness center dedicated to first responders, the first of its kind in America, because we know how challenging, demanding, the sacrifices these officers are going to make on behalf of our community. So we need to lift them up and support them and make sure that we're sending the very best of them home to you. They're teaching Sunday school, coaching a Little League team, or just fulfilling their obligations to their families. We want to make sure they can bring their very best to each and every one of you. We believe that these new experiences, these new assignments, and as you're promoted throughout the ranks, we will do our best to continually provide the latest tools, tactics, and resources to ensure the most significant impact. And I generally do this at each one of these graduations, but I also need to thank the people of Columbus. We are here today, believe it or not, in 2023, because of the voters of this city making a very difficult choice way back in 2009. Think about everything that was going on with the Great Recession, people losing jobs and homes, and an unthinkable time for many. They chose the future then. And because of their choice and the investments they've made, we have this class here today. So I say to these outstanding new members of Columbus's finest and Gahanna's, you will report to many different people throughout your career, but never forget who you answer to, the people of this city, who will love you and support you as long as you continue to serve and protect everyone and lead an incredible, impeccable career with integrity. We're proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Ginther. Please welcome to the podium Columbus City Council President Shannon Hardin.
Good morning. This is a celebration. This is a good day. Good morning. It's great to be with you today. To follow our great mayor, I want to recognize the leadership of this division, Chief Bryant, Chief Potts. To our new safety director, would you please help me recognize and celebrate our new safety director, Kate Pashotti. Congratulations on your new role and great choice, Mayor. It's a historic choice in this position. To Commander, to Brian Steele, to Chaplain, I come to you on behalf of the Safety Chair of Columbus City Council, Councilmember Emmanuel Remy, to recognize these fine men and women today. I want to commend you for your success, for successfully completing this academy. This is a tremendous accomplishment, and you and your loved ones should be very proud. I've had the opportunity to talk to a few of you throughout your time in the academy, and I am confident that you will serve Columbus well. It's your passion for public service and dedication to safety that is evident to those who meet you. We need people like this in public service right now more than ever. As council president, I call every family who has lost a young person to gun violence. This is the hardest part of my job. Every one of those calls is one too many. And I'm sure that every officer on the force knows that reality all too well. The challenges we face are very real. The consequences are devastating for the families across our city. But with dedicated, empathetic, and forward-thinking public servants, we are confident that we can address them. We need you to be a part of that solution, though, to this new class. So today, our notion of safety and policing is changing. The mayor spoke to the reforms that are happening throughout public safety in this city and throughout the country. We are challenging our officers to adapt to the needs of our community. Your class will bring new ideas, new perspectives, and experiences to this force. This class is young and diverse. Your improved training has prepared you to begin your service, and we will serve you well and our community well in the coming months and years. Again, now more than ever, we demand so much out of our police. It's not enough to simply be on patrol responding to an emergency. We're asking our officers to be present, to be active, to be engaged in the community. We ask our officers to let people see you beyond the badge and make the connections that will build trust in our law enforcement. We all share the same goal, a healthy, safe, and prosperous Columbus for all of our residents. I believe that with the dedication and commitment I have seen from this class, we will achieve that goal. The road ahead will be challenging, but it is a challenge that I know that we can meet. I have confidence in your ability to serve our community with integrity, honor, and respect. So as you begin your service, I want to specifically tell the family members of this class, as a person who has family in this division, I want you to know, or what I'll say what helps me sleep better some nights, your family members are joining the most well-trained, the most well-led, the most well-equipped, the most well-resourced division of police in this country. The only thing that we can ask now above those things is that God continue to put a hedge of protection around these folks. Their job is harder and harder than ever before, but with the training and with the honor and the integrity that comes with these young men and women, what they have gone through in this division, they will serve us and serve us well. And our prayer is, and come home to you each night. God bless.
Thank you, President Hardin. This time, I'd like to welcome Director of Public Safety, Kate Pashotti.
Mayor Ginther, President Hardin, Chief Bryant, graduates, friends, and family, good morning. Actually, let me correct myself. This is a great morning for our Division of Police and our city. That's because today we welcome 31 new Columbus officers to our police family. 31 new officers who are highly qualified, exceptionally trained, and united in their commitment to service. While the ceremony and celebration are rightly focused on those of you about to swear your oath, this is not your achievement alone. It is also the achievement of everyone who loved you, encouraged you, and helped you get to this momentous day. You can see it in the faces of everyone gathered here today. The moms, the dads, the brothers, the sisters, the children, and the friends. I remember sitting in that audience as a little girl watching my brother take the oath to become a Columbus police officer, and later when he was promoted to sergeant. We were already a Columbus police family. My father was an officer, and my mother was a civilian record tech supervisor. I remember the excitement and pride of seeing my brother raise his right hand. As the son of an officer, he already understood the sacrifices and risks and the solemn responsibility that comes with this oath. And like all of you, he still stepped up to service. I was immensely proud and grateful then, and I'm immensely proud and grateful today to each of you who answered the call and will continue to for years to come. Our city is stronger, our residents are safer thanks to you. It's now my distinct honor to administer your oath.
Class, attention. Raise your right hand.
I say your name.
I, Jacob Murphy,
Danielle Rodriguez.
Jorge Castillo.
Colby Scott,
Bailey Johnson.
Dale Baker. Braden Beardsley.
Austin Birchfield.
Caleb Birchwell.
Shane Craig.
Cameron Downton.
Sean Drayton.
Reese Evans. Vincent Ferrand.
Forrest Phillip.
Jacob Green.
Bryce Hall,
Jacob Jernigan. Anthony Jones Jr.
Logan Jones,
Brennan Lash. Zachary O'Rourke. Andrew Pike.
Mitchell Presley.
Dylan Price. Alexander Rivera. Damon Gibbs.
John Schmelter.
Brittany Shepard. Samantha Van Adam.
Leo Wells.
Mark Weston.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the laws and ordinances of the City of Columbus,
the laws and ordinances of the City of Columbus,
City of Gahanna.
and the rules and regulations of
the rules and regulations of
the Department of Public Safety,
the Department of Public Safety,
Division of Police,
the Division of Police,
that I will not affiliate with a defined hate group,
that I will not affiliate with a defined hate group,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of police officer
discharge the duties of a police officer
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. Class, seats. Now, please join me in welcoming City of Columbus's Chief of Police, Elaine Bryant.
Good morning. First, I want to acknowledge the academy staff. We asked them to do a lot. We put a lot on you. You're not only training our new recruits, you're training all the members in the department for in-service. You're making sure that we stay ready for the streets. So I just want to acknowledge you again and give you a round of applause. Thank you for everything you do. I also have to acknowledge, I stand here, but I don't stand here alone. I have an exec team and a command staff that is phenomenal, that are out there, boots to the ground, with the troops, day in, day out, and they are getting that work done. Could you please stand and be acknowledged? Thank you, Mayor Gither, President Harden, And I definitely want to say thank you to our new safety director, the first woman safety director, Kate Pashotti. I'm going to embarrass somebody a little bit. Where's our city attorney, Zach Klein? I know you're here. Where you at? Hey, city attorney Zach Klein. It's his birthday. Can we all say happy birthday? Okay. Thank you all for being here today as we recognize and honor the 32 graduates of the 140th recruit class. First, I want to thank the family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates for supporting them during their rigorous training and preparation to join the ranks of one of the hardest working law enforcement agencies in this country. That has been acknowledged from every single speaker that has spoken today, because you are the backbone for these recruits, 100%. Not only am I a law enforcement officer, but as a former wife of a law enforcement officer and the mother of a first responder, I know what it feels like to be on the other side. Constantly worrying about your loved ones, having them miss pivotal moments, graduations, recitals, anniversaries. So thank you for everything that you do. To our graduates, as a police officer, know that the badge you wear is a symbol of public trust and the solemn oath to protect and serve. From this point forward until the day you retire, you will be in the public eye. Remember the oath you took to keep your private life unsullied as an example to all, and behave in a manner that does not discredit you or your agency. Police officers also follow the path of truth. We investigate, we follow a trail of evidence. It is about helping those that need help and arresting those that prey on our city. As you start this new journey, I want you to always remember the officers who came before you, who swore the solemn oath to protect this great city, who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Those true American heroes who demonstrated the qualities of integrity, courage, and valor. Let us honor their memory by striving each and every day in all that we do. Just remember this: the job is hard. Not everyone can do it, but you can. You are standing up for what you believe in. Always remember the why you chose to be a law enforcement officer. This work is meaningful. There might be many obstacles and challenges you face every day, but you can overcome them. We have the opportunity to directly help and protect people on a daily basis, often in life-changing, significant ways. You can do more in this job to help others than most people can dream of on a daily basis. Be appreciative of your family. They were there for you before you embarked on this career path, and they will be there for you once you retire. Keep them with you. Their support will always keep you grounded as you face the challenges of policing our neighborhoods and our communities. And last, stay humble and stay motivated. Whether it's day 1 or day 10,000 on the job, be thankful. You aren't just a body or a number. Your community, your fellow officers, and this city depends on you. We, your leadership team, will continue to support and encourage you through the good times and the bad times. As I look at each of you, I see potential. I see future chiefs, assistant chiefs, deputy chiefs, commanders, sergeants, detectives. You are the future of this division. These are troubling times we currently find ourselves in across the country. Mass shootings, officer-involved shootings, being scrutinized for our every move. The world we live in is far from perfect, but I have the utmost faith that this class will accomplish great things. I believe that you will make this community a better and safer place, and that you will set the example for future classes to come. Congratulations again. God bless you, your family, our community, this division of police, and the city of Columbus. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Now we'll hear from the class orator, Officer Jacob Murphy.
Good morning. My name is Jacob Murphy, and I am thankful to be one of the graduates of the 140th graduating class. And on behalf of my class, I want to welcome all of our distinguished guests that are present here today. Thank you to the mayor, our chief of police, safety director, and all other agency representatives joining today. It is an honor to have you all here. A special thank you needs to be given to our family and friends. We know your support did not begin today. For many of you, it has been a lifelong venture, but the past few months we have especially needed to lean on you as we were put through this challenging but incredibly rewarding academy experience. So truly, we thank you. I think many of us can say that we could not have done this without your support. Now, being officially sworn in and tasked with serving and protecting the cities of Columbus and Gahanna, we ask for your continued support and encouragement. There is no doubt we will need it in the days ahead. And we recognize that in reality, many of you here today are making greater sacrifices than us up here on the stage. So again, we thank you very much. Of course, we want to thank our incredible recruit staff. Your patience and steadfast support of a bunch of recruits who had no idea what they were getting into September 19th of last year has been greatly appreciated. Your commitment to keeping us in the front-leaning rest position throughout the academy was truly remarkable. You do not have an easy job, but please know that we really do appreciate the role that you have played in our lives over the last 7 months. We love you all, and we look forward to considering you friends and colleagues and not simply terrifying parental figures. To all of the officers currently working in this department, we are excited to start working alongside you. At a graduation ceremony like this, it would be easy for us to fall into the trap of thinking that we are a group of revolutionaries up on this stage, heading to the streets on a mission to reform, fix Columbus or Gahanna PD. But I hope that you understand that that is not the posture that we wish to take. We joined this department with the very clear understanding that you are already doing fantastic work every day. We simply want to learn from you and play our humble role in maintaining the reputation that you have worked so hard to build and sustain over the years. And to my class, 7 months of suffering alongside one another and dreaming of a long career together can expedite the friendship process. I see you all as brothers and sisters, family, people I would not hesitate to give up my life for, if necessary. If you would allow me for a moment, I would love to just challenge us as a class. You see, the Academy has done a great job of teaching us how to survive on this job. The importance of all the tactics we have learned that will keep us safe cannot be overstated. This is a dangerous job. But an important question we should be asking ourselves, especially on a day like today, is how do we maintain the enthusiasm for this job? It is one of our core values after all. You see, I would argue that it begins with a healthy understanding of what it means to serve. We've all heard the saying, protect and serve. Service is who we are as law enforcement officers. I am of the belief that there is no greater calling in life than to serve another person. We live life to the fullest when we are living for the sake of others. We were not created to live a life of selfish preservation above all else. We are taking this job because I believe that we understand this reality deep down. And this career is going to give us daily opportunities to live in this way. Do not become so consumed with this job that you lose sight of why we are doing this job in the first place. We take on a profession like this to serve others on their worst days. We may even be asked to give up our life for the sake of another. Something we are reminded of every morning at formation as we stand in the presence of a memorial to every officer who has given up their life in service to this city. This job will demand our service. Do not grow bitter to that reality. Accept it, cherish it, love it. Let it teach you that fulfillment in life is not found by looking inward, but instead is found by looking outward and seeing the humanity in front of us. Serving is costly, it is difficult, it can be frustrating, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. It can be the fuel that ignites a career that we actually enjoy. We just have to remember that the little things matter. Don't strive to be a world changer. That will burn out the best of us. Just take each call for service to the best of your ability. We'll just do the little things well. True service can look like taking a thorough report, being willing to listen to someone in crisis. You may be the first person to treat someone in crisis with dignity in weeks, months, or maybe even years. We will be dealing with a lot of victims who have had some form of humanity stripped from them, and our role as first responders is to be the first one to give them some semblance of hope and justice. Most importantly, We will be in service to one another. What a gift that we don't have to do this job alone. We won't always be enthusiastic about what we do. That is unrealistic. But we can keep showing up for one another as we strive to do our best to serve our communities. We got this, Class 140. To the cities of Columbus and Gahanna, you have some good ones heading your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Murphy. Good job. Now it's time for the class awards. To start, on April 12th, 2023, this class sat for the state certification exam and earned an average score of 91.4%. The first award for the Scholastic Award goes to Officer Dale Baker. Officer Baker maintained an academic grade point average of 97.1% for all 31 weeks of his training here. Good job. The Physical Fitness Award goes to Officer Andrew Pike. Officer Pike, through 7 months of hard work, earned the score on flexibility, stamina, endurance, and power. Score total was 97.4%. Good job, Officer Pike. Hey, Officer Pike, don't get comfortable, because it looks like you're right here, buddy. Defensive Tactics Award is going to go to Officer Pike. Defensive Tactics Award is for excellence for outstanding performance through all roles in the defensive tactics training. Yeah. The Shooter Award is going to go to Officer Alexander Rivera. The Shooters Award consists of a total score for the NRA course, City course, and OPATA course. Officer Rivera shot a total score of 99.4% while he was at the academy. Officer Rivera, stay there for 1 second. Sorry, buddy. I know you don't want to, but out of a possible 1,250 points, he got 1,243. And fun fact, somebody told me it's your birthday also. Well, with you and City Attorney Klein, I think we have to sing, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Officer Rivera and City Attorney Klein. Sorry, buddy. Good job. I'm sure he loved that. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call Sergeant Lindsay Ally up to the stage, present an award. Thank you. We'd like to take a moment to recognize former Division cadets and Public Safety Corps members who now have successfully completed the academy. Would Officer Reese Evans and Officer Colby Scott please come up? Good work, guys. Okay. Now what you all came here for, the graduation certificates of this class. Please hold your applause till all certificates have been handed out. Bailey M. Johnson. You can go. First one's free. We're going to start fining at. I'm just kidding. All right. Colby M. Scott. Jorge E. Castillo. Danielle L. Rodriguez. Jacob R. Murphy. Dale A. Baker. Braden M. Beardsley. Austin J. Birchfield. Caleb T.J. Birchwell. Shane M. Craig. Cameron A. Downton. Sean R. Drayton. Reese D. Evans. Vincent R. Ferrand. Forrest C. Philauer. Jacob M.L. Green. Bryce D. Hull. Jacob D. Jernigan. Anthony L. Jones, Jr. Logan A. Jones. Brennan D. Lamp. Zachary R. O'Rourke. Andrew K. Pike. Mitchell O. Presley. Dylan A. Price. Alexander C. Rivera. Damon A. Scales. John A. Schmelter. Brittany L. Shepard. Samantha N. Van Ada. They want me to say Wellesley, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Leo J. Wells. Mark W. Weston. All right, since I made you hold your applause, it should be pretty loud by now. Let's give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the 140th Columbus Police Recruit Class. Thank you. All right. All right, for a second, stop looking like robots. Take a breath. You guys look real nervous up here. Relax. You did it. You made it. Nobody can kick you out. All right. I'd like to take a quick minute to applaud each member of this class for accepting the challenge of being a police officer. It's not a decision that's made easily or lightly. Especially today, in the world of rhetoric and social media experts, you must remind yourself of the good that you are here to do. In thinking about this speech, I was brought to the words of Theodore Roosevelt. Delivered these words in Paris, France on April 23rd, 1910, almost 113 years ago to the day. His speech was titled Citizenship in a Republic. The excerpt I'm going to read, most of you probably know, is the Man in the Arena speech. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if they do fail, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. I actually have that up in my office. One of my favorite quotes. Ladies and gentlemen of the 140th recruit class, as many have said here, remember your why. I ask you, dare to be great. Class, attention. Several years ago, the Academy instituted class guide-on flags as a tradition, the Columbus Police Academy. The 140th recruit class will now post their colors for their class. Guide-ons, post. Please welcome back Pastor Cunin for the benediction.
Hasn't it been a happy day? Let's close in a word of prayer. Your word, Heavenly Father, says to rejoice with them that rejoice. And there's been a lot of rejoicing today. And so we rejoice with them. We rejoice with these officers. They've accomplished, and we've heard, we've listened, we saw, and we are grateful. We pray that you will care for the needs of these officers both today and the days to come. We pray for the whole division. We pray for the leaders, the Columbus Police Department. We ask that you'll be with them in a very special way, that you might give them safety and guidance and direction. We know we live in precarious days, uncertain days, and so we need not only good officers, but we need divine help as well. And so we enlist you, O Lord, for your help today and the days to come. Thank you for this very good day. It's been a day with much gladness, and we need days like today when we do rejoice with others. And so we offer our gratitude to the Lord Jesus today, in whose name we pray. Amen.
Class, seats. Thank you all for sharing in this amazing day. As many speakers have said, without your help, they couldn't get to this point, and they'll need your help from here. Okay? We appreciate all that families do. After the ceremony, you're invited to tour the training academy and view police equipment that are set up in displays inside the lobby and outside in the parking lot. In about 10 minutes after this, you can watch the final class formation, which is just right outside in the courtyard of the 140th recruit class. I ask that you remain in your seats until all the officers have left the auditorium. Class, attention! While their training here is complete, the class will now begin 15 weeks of field training. Sergeant Barker, take charge of the class.
Left and right, face. Forward, march. Go left, go left, go left, right. Go left, go left, go left, right. Training here has sure been great. Training here has sure been great. Now I get to graduate. Now I get to graduate. Training here has sure been fun. Training here has sure been fun. I'm so glad this training's done. I'm so glad this training's done. Am I right or wrong? You're right. Are we weak or strong? We're strong. Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. Break them down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This concludes today's ceremony. Go celebrate with your officers.